Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know Joe was in here like 150 hours ago, but hey, Brock, Al, Gator, how you doing, Jake? Who else is here? Gary's here. Mr. Mitch, Douglas, how you doing, sir? Black Sheep, did I miss anybody? E.T., Nikki. Hey, what's up, Nikki? Saying hi to everybody. Um, and I think that's it. What is there? I'm showing 13. Yeah, 13. Cool. So let's see. I think that I'm going to have to, I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to replace the cousin that's building the Thai kitchen. It's been like, I want to say 3 weeks, and he's maybe worked 4 days, and they're all deaths. One was one of his family, then it was a friend's grandma, and now yesterday he worked for a day and a half, and yesterday at noon he said somebody else died and he took off. So I mean, I'm trying to be, I want to believe that it's true. I mean, it may be, but I think I'm just getting. He likes to drink, but and I got no problem with that. Just work Monday through Friday. Be a functional drunk. Work Monday through Friday and then drink Friday night, drink heavy Saturday night, recover Sunday and start working. I've had friends that did their whole their lives and get up, excuse me, at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to work, pretty much every morning. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it looks good. He did an excellent job on the floor. There isn't that much if he would just stick to it, maybe 4 or 5 days, a week, and he'd be done with it. And then I was going to take a break on the plunge pool and that anyway, and let finances kind of mellow out a little bit. And I've got the vacation and stuff coming up, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, I think so too. I think I have, Gary. I mean, I have. I'm not upset. Even right now, I'm not upset. It's just more so that I know that the rainy season's here. It's going to just start pouring, and the heat level's up. So I know it's early, but it's here, and she's outside. If you saw that video that Chuck did when he came to the house and that kind of stuff, she's right in the backyard. So there's nothing, no overhang, no nothing. So if it rains, she's done cooking, and she's standing in the mud. It's just not right. I mean, that building, we put it up there just for that reason. So we'll see. I'll have my wife talk to his wife today and see what the consensus is. They don't like, Thai people for some reason don't like questioning each other about stuff. I got no problem in the world with it. Otherwise, nothing would get done. I've been in the construction industry for a long time. I mean, if I didn't question every little thing, nothing would get done. So we'll see. Andy's in here. Hi, Andy. And there's Joe, which I said Joe was here like, I don't know, 2 in the morning or something. He was here way ahead of time. Always is. And I don't know. And Tommy's here. Hey, Tommy J. And thanks for letting me drink my coffee. So, yeah, so I don't know. We're going to find out. I'll let you know today. Today's Friday, right? It's Friday here in Thailand, anyway. So, we're gonna go. I finally got all the paperwork I think I need for to send for my one retirement. My wife got all the stuff she needed translated. Tomorrow, I think I have to go down and get one paper notarized saying that it's me, and then the rest of the paperwork's done. So I'll send that off, and then they'll send me the second part of the. According to the lady that I talked to the other night, they'll send me the second part of it, and that'll be the part where I pick what retirement I want. Do I want it to go to my wife after I pass at a reduced rate and all that kind of crap? So we'll get that out of the way and then get it done. And I did find out it's what do you call it? Retroactive back. So I'll get. We're supposed to start January 1st. So if I don't get anything, I'll get like 4 or 5 months. So it'll be a welcome little chunk of money. I'm sure my wife will spend it. She wants that car, so we'll have to see what happens with the car. I still haven't quite figured out what we'll want to get. I just don't want to spend a fortune, you know. I mean, it's basically we can't all fit in it, so it's not like even if we were going to Ko Chang, we'd have to take the truck. Even if we had the car, it's a small car. It's mainly for her to get back and forth to work, and she says it's for me because she doesn't want me to drive the Forza if I want to go and visit like Mitch or Tom or anybody in Rayong or John Tiem or Pattaya. I could take the car, which would be nice, you know, if it's raining and shit. Although I would like to, I do like to ride two wheels, so. But hopefully we'll see. And Mark's here. Did I say hi to you, Mark? How you doing? So we'll see what happens with that. So send out. So everything's moving in the right direction. And then when I get back, I'll do my passport thing, and I should be done. Here's Joe. Dave to get something nice for yourself. Thanks, Joe. You're the man. I don't need much. But and that's what else too. We're going. Yesterday, the 2 freestanding nets for badminton that they can move around at the school, so that they can take them undercover when they want to. They're real easy to set up. Can't really use them too much. My daughter said for volleyball because they're not heavy duty enough. But got 2 of those. Got all the badmintons, the little bird deals. I bought extra ones of those. The 2 tables, 4 top of the line or real good volleyballs and 4 real good soccer balls. What else do I have coming? I got a big heavy duty net coming because they have 2 poles to put up. A bunch of stuff. So what I'm saying is probably on Tuesday or Wednesday we're all going to go. Me, my wife, the kids, and my in-laws because they had such a good time doing it. And I think we're going to go ahead and get the donuts again. And they really liked that, 150 donuts. And it was 1,500 baht, so it wasn't that bad. And if I miss something, let me know. 517 kilos. Yeah, that dog walks you, doesn't it, Nikki? So Mark, you guys are going to lunch today, right? I think Mark and Tom. I think Mitch is going too. Mitch will be in a minute. I sent him the deal, so we'll invite her. Hey, Mr. Meaner, how you doing? Howdy, everyone. Everybody's just saying hi to everybody. Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully I'll get. I'd be happy because I'm gathering, and somebody can maybe tell me 100%. But I think Cambodia and Bali and all these border places around us are all open. All you got to do is show vaccination, and you can just go right in. If I'm wrong, somebody please let me know. Or if you're listening and you want to take this as gospel, don't, and check with the governments or with the right agencies. But what I had heard was that they're open. So I want to travel. I've never been to Laos, never been to Cambodia. There's a lot of places that I haven't been that I wanna go. So we'll see. It's gonna be nice for travel. Although a lot of people say you can't travel in Thailand, and that's correct. Don't come to Thailand. Please stay at home. Stay in your basements. Try not to travel. There's no way that you can get anywhere in Thailand. They stop you every 8 feet. They just harass you. Just a horrible, horrible, horrible place, Thailand. Except if you want to come here as an expat, then come tomorrow. I say this sarcastically. But the people are going traveling again. I think Chuck and I think Mitch is going, and a bunch of other. I think James is going. A bunch of other people are going out again for another little John. I don't think as long as the last one, but the last one seemed like a bunch of fun, according to talking to Mitch and Chuck and everybody. They had a great time. Let's see. Okay, no one's asked. Everybody's just saying hello. Mr. Meter said hi to me. How you doing? um, Barbecues when it hits 40 pounds. Who said that, Joe? Okay, anyway. Let's see. Mitch is here, so I'm going to... Let me make sure I've got the right screen up. And let Mitch out of jail. Hey, Mitch. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good.
Good, cool.
Did a little singing last night. Top of the...
Did you? You froze. How come you froze? You froze right in the middle of it. And now you froze again.
Wow.
Yeah. Now you're... yeah, you're all right now.
No, what's going
Yeah.
on?
I caught a little bit of Nick Dean's thing with the little not midget, I shouldn't say that. The little gentleman, he was a young kid, doing the Elvis impersonating.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny, but everybody seemed to be having a good time, so.
Yeah,
All right, let's see what,
a lot of fun.
yeah,
Good morning,
Jake
everyone.
Jake answered this. Let's see. From the U.S. Embassy in Cambodia, all arriving foreigners must process or possess a vaccination, which I do now. It has my third deal in it, it sucked. But anyway, so we're confirming fully vaccinated, vaccinated types and the dates. All right, cool. Yeah, because I want to, we're right on there. It's not far from us. What was this, another one here? Or is that the same one? All travelers who have been fully vaccinated, a 14-day quarantine. Really? For Cambodia? Oh, well, screw that. I'm not going to Cambodia then. I heard that they were wide open. You just had to show the deal and you could go right in.
Thank
So I
you,
guess I'm
Nikki.
wrong. But I thought this one said all you had to do was show the... Okay, Jake, you're confusing me. You got two up here. This one's saying, but it doesn't say you have to have that, and all travelers who have been fully. All right, so that's yeah. So they're 14-day quarantine. Wow.
Okay.
Well, they're not going to get anybody. So Thailand won't have
Yeah.
to worry about them stealing their people. No one's going to go to Cambodia and stay 14 days fully vaccinated. Can't see that happening. Oh, not vaccinated 14-day quarantine. Okay. Sorry, did I read that wrong? And it says here, wait a second, I couldn't, maybe I didn't. All travelers who have been fully vaccinated, see, have not been fully, okay, I read it wrong. Sorry, Gator. Okay, so they don't, you can just go into Cambodia. Cool. Okay, I'm back on for Cambodia. I think my wife's been there once, and Lao, and I want to go check out too. My mother-in-law and them, they speak. If you're in a place, let's say Phuket, and you're listening to them talk Thai or speak Thai, it's total different animal when you come to Isan. It's not. If you want to get confused, listen to it there and try to learn something, and then come to Isan and you'll not know what anybody's saying. Because it's almost like a slur between Thai, Cambodian, and Lao. They'll speak different, I know that somebody...
Take care, Nikki. Get some rest.
Is Nikki going to sleep finally? Hey, Nikki. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming,
Dark
man. Really
Dirty there.
appreciate it. If
Dark
somebody had
Dirty.
noticed when they did the blessing of the little Buddha area out front, that the gentleman that did that blessing, he did the house blessing too, was when he was speaking, he goes, was he speaking Cambodian? Was he speaking Lao? Was he speaking some other language than Thai? And they kind of picked up on that. But yeah, it's weird. Not that I know, I can't understand it all. I'm not fluent in Thai like Mitch. Mitch is fluent in all aspects. Isan, doesn't matter. He knows it all. Right?
Every dialect. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a joke, by the way. He does not speak Thai. I can confirm that. And Brock's here. Let's say good morning to Brock. Hello, brother Brock. How you doing, man?
Hey, Brock.
Brock, are you there?
Now I am.
Good morning.
Oops,
Uh,
looking at the wrong screen. There we go.
okay,
Morning,
Andy.
everybody.
Andy, who is what I would consider, I would believe everything that Andy says because he's a traveling man. Bali, you have to do a PCR test and fully vaccinated. That's all. Okay, cool. So I don't know. I mean that I had the one done. Was it something that I would want to have done every day? No, but right at the point where I thought they're going to come out the back of my head, they whipped it out and they were done. So it was like uncomfortable, uncomfortable, and then almost unbearable, and then it stopped. And so I got no problem with doing a PCR test. Mitch has had a few, right?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know how many actually.
yeah. Do you get used to them or no? I mean, I didn't like
I don't
that,
think so.
you
You're,
know,
yeah, just
the disappearing thing.
just weird,
Kind of.
comfortable, your
Hey,
eyes
traveler.
water and shit.
Good morning
That's
to you,
why
traveler.
Mitch's eyes are so clear. He's had them cleaned out at the back.
He can see much better than us. All right, let's see what this Vietnamese. Jake's on top of all this stuff now. Effective March 15th, the Vietnamese government has resumed pre-pandemic visa insurance policies. All previous visa
Issuance.
restrictions have
Issuance.
been lifted. What's that?
Issuance policy.
Issuance. Okay, visa issuance policy. Because that's the one that Robert has the 5 year, right? So any restrictions to get that, everything's been lifted then. So that's cool. I'd like to go to Vietnam. Robert Mack had he invited both of us, didn't he, Mitch? He said he would kind of show us. It would be nice to go with somebody. If you don't know, Robert Mack's better half is Vietnamese.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and they go to Vietnam all the time. For me, like I said, I've only got 4 or 5 days because my wife isn't, she works. So on the further ones, like if we were to go, I'd probably be able to go for like a 5 day deal to maybe each one of them instead of like taking 9 days like we're taking for the family thing. But it'd be nice to go with somebody that knows boom, 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 here or there. I still want to go to the Philippines too. I have a friend that's in the Philippines, or he just came back today. He was there for a week. Hey Bodo, how you doing? Mr. Mitch, have you replied to the Nigerian Prince email? Did we figure out what that meant? Mitch, did you figure out what that meant? Anybody?
Yes. Somebody must have sent a Nigerian scam email.
I guess so. You blew right by me, Bodo, man. That's not hard to do though. Let's see, Miss Damina, glass to catch you on. I'm currently laid up in the hospital. What's you're okay, right? Yeah, let us know what's going on. Hopefully you're okay. Let's see. Here's Bodo again. Will Dave consider a weatherman segment for the show? Do you want to be? You want to be the weatherman? Sure. Why not? You can come on and tell us what's happening. I got no problem with that. People will probably like it. That's not good. What is it? Not too bad, I hope. Nothing too bad. Okay. So we don't know exactly. And maybe you don't have to tell us either, Mr. Meaner. Just let us know that you're okay. Sometimes people don't like to say what's going on. You need more tests. Okay, so I missed something somewhere. I'll try to catch it up. Thai weather today, hot and humid. That would probably cover up pretty much of Southeast Asia, wouldn't it? Okay, yes, travelers saying Nigerian scam. I don't know how many emails I have received so far. Really, I don't look at my emails very often. I'll have to look and see. And I don't open up anything from anybody that I don't know. So, but I know that Nigeria does have a bunch of scams, don't they? Let's see. Oh, there's another update here. U.S. Embassy, Indonesia. All travelers are required to present a negative COVID PCR test from a sample collected within 48 hours their departure from the point of origin. Okay, so it seems like most of the people, and I don't blame them. You got to test negative, and why not? Come on down. It's the way it should be. What did I miss?
You're late. You're late, Dip Media is late. Oh,
Uh-oh, is it? Uh-oh. Let's see, how can we
I'm
embarrass
always
Dip
late.
Media? How's it going? Let's see. In Arizona, the cops shot an Asian lady while forcing on eviction her. Yeah, that's sad. I mean, I hate to see it, but if you've ever had rental properties in California, it's the worst nightmare that you could ever possibly go through when you've got a tenant that has all the rights. You have zero. You've got none. They can just sit in your house for 6, 8 months and not pay anything and destroy the place. And I've had this happen to me. So in Arizona, I had asked my buddy who's there. I said, "How is there? They don't screw around in Arizona. You get a 3-day notice, boom, on the door. The sheriff or marshal or whatever they are puts it up there, and you got to be out." So, I mean, I hate to see somebody get shot over it, but if you've gone through it, I told you, the one that I went through and the gal that I'm thinking about, I'd have shot her. Wouldn't even have hesitated.
Jesus.
Rough
She was a
eviction.
she was a nightmare. You guys want me to tell you how I really feel? Oh
Yeah,
man!
it's good.
After she burned me for 8 or 9 months, she shoved her clothing and stuff down the toilets and blocked up everything and holes in the wall and completely destroyed the house, man.
18
For
months.
no reason.
Holy
I
smokes.
offered, because I told her she needed to get out, I offered to pay her first, last, and security on any place that she wanted to go. I would pay it because I'm asking her to leave, and she said no. I'll just screw you for 9 months. So anyway, I like Arizona's idea. Dave, don't mind me. I'm watering the grass and plants before it gets hot. Yeah, it's. I don't know what it's been like in John Tiem or Patea, Mitch. Hot,
Hot.
hot. Yeah, it's been hot here.
Flipping
My
hot.
wife, my wife
Like
comes home
31,
and
32,
yeah, yeah, it's getting up there now.
which is nothing for Australia.
Yeah. Well, when one time, and I think I even did a little short thing on it a long time ago. I was 42, which still is, I watched those one guys in Australia that do the diving and stuff like that, and then they're in the low 40s. It seems like all the time during certain times of the year. But yeah, 42 here in Sorrento. And in fact, before we go, I've got to take the truck and get it serviced, and it needs a little bit of a boost. Last year, I took it over to one of the guys. They charged me 500 baht, $15 to recharge the. Was it five? Yeah, to recharge the air conditioner, and it made a difference. And it lasted like 5 or 6 months. So it's got a small little leak somewhere, in case no one knows. Refrigerant in your air conditioners, your refrigerators, any kind of refrigerant, it doesn't get used up. It's there forever. So if it leaves the system, there's a leak. So don't let anybody try to tell you that you used it. No.
It's a bit hard to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've worked on systems that have been up and running, belt-driven compressors for 40 years, 45 years, maybe more. Refrigeration stuff, tubes.
hmm
All right, here we go.
In-
Philippines. Part 2 for the U.S. passengers must self-monitor for symptoms for 7 days after arrival, reporting to local government authorities if they begin to exhibit symptoms. Okay. I didn't see part 1. Did I miss it? Yeah, I did. For U.S. citizens, travelers must present proof of vaccination and a negative RT-PCR results from a testing in 48 hours. And I think that's going to be the norm. What you're seeing right there. That's my personal opinion. I think it's going to be the norm. Yeah. Black Sheep says Brock knows well about that. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty cool at the moment. It's 20C.
20?
20, yep.
No.
So I think
I
we're
think
heading for 32.
I don't know. I have to ask my wife, but I think it's in the low 30, 33, 32 here. It's been getting hot to me, man, because if you ever get a chance to come to Surin or Tatpanome or this area over here of Isan, we get like 3 months of weather. It's awesome. 60, 62 degrees, 65 degrees in the morning. Doesn't get any hotter than maybe about 80, 81. It's awesome. I wish it was that way year round, but I can't be that lucky. Let's see.
St. Paddy's Day in the US at the moment.
Is that what it is? That's my first wife's brother, my ex-brother-in-law's birthday, St. Patrick's Day. I think that's why his name's Pat. Actually, yeah, it makes sense, don't it? So I don't know. I don't know where he's at. I haven't talked to him in years and years. Or my first wife. I haven't talked to her in a while. Hey, Mark King, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Saying hi to everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see. Come on, Joe. Yeah, Joe's meditation channel. If you guys want to relax and stuff and watch some real relaxing stuff, Joe puts it up. Let me get some of this. No, I think I'm done with my coffee.
No, doesn't snow.
I gotta live down. Where are you living at? Does it snow there? Here? No. Where I lived in California, it did about 3 times a year, 3,000 feet up in a place called Bass Lake, Central California, above Fresno. But no, I probably won't see any. My wife's never seen snow here in Thailand, and I think a lot of people
Morning,
that live
Tony.
here.
Bad Badgers in the
Hey,
house.
MC Tony, how you doing,
Hey, Tony.
Let's see. Important is Ed
ED, emergency.
covered under time? Who's Ed?
Emergency
What is that?
department.
Oh, is emergency treatment? Let me see. Covered under time. I don't know. I mean, I would
Would
imagine.
depend on the policy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I said, I would suggest anybody coming here to make sure you have some kind of insurance. Cost me $1 million baht. So.
Bodo
What
asked
happened?
about portable heart rate monitor or wearable one.
A
I got one
wearable
of
one?
those, Bodo. It's a
I have
Samsung smartwatch.
Yeah, I've got a smartwatch too that does that. It also, you know what else it does is now it doesn't continuously. I think does it or doesn't it? My oxygen, the
Yep.
one that the recent one I got
Oh,
does oxygen also. So
mine doesn't do oxygen anymore.
yeah, no,
No, Samsung stopped doing the oxygen monitor. But it does nag you if you've been sitting in your chair for an hour.
want you to get up and move around. Maybe
Yeah,
I
it
need
says
that.
get off your fat ass and move.
So that's
Consequently,
what
I'm
that
not
thing
wearing
is.
the watch.
Okay, San Jose. Been there many times. Every year, sea level, we would see snow on the ground every winter. Not as much as you get at 35. Yeah, and like I said, it was fun and beautiful and ooh and ah and everything. But after 1 or 2 days of it, I was done with it. And most of the time, where I was, I think the longest that it ever stayed on the ground was maybe 6, 7 days. Usually, it was gone in 2 or 3 days. So it was almost the perfect elevation where I was. I enjoyed it. Like I said, for the little bit that it came down, I couldn't live in places like some people live that have, like when I went to help my buddy in New York, or in New York, Buffalo. I couldn't do that, and when I did it for him, and it helped me too. But I would work and then come home, work for 2 weeks and then come home for a week. So I didn't have to endure it the whole time, but I didn't like it at all. It was
I
cold
haven't
as hell.
seen snow for 50 years, I think.
Wow.
It's been
It was cold, wet, and nearly broke my right leg, but that was all right.
it has to be probably over 5 years. I think the last time I was in up above me. The last time I was at home. Yeah, I would say probably something like that. 4 or 5 years. So I've been here 3.5 now. What was like that? That was the thing that they tested me the most on. I mean, when I when they took that tube out of my mouth after 2 months, he didn't know that I was retaining water, so he let me have anything I wanted to drink, and I had soup the first day because I hadn't eaten in 2 months. And when all of a sudden, everything filled up around my chest and I couldn't breathe. And I was in a private room. The nurses came in. I remember looking at them all, and I had my corner of my eye on that oxygen and blood pressure and all that. And I watched that thing go from 98 or whatever the normal is. I think it was below 50 when I passed out. And then I woke up again with the tube in my mouth. And that's when the doctor, when I was freaking out when I saw him, he said, it's only going to be in for 2 days, 2 days. And he kept to his guns. 2 days later, they pulled that out of me. But, boy, man, I didn't like that at all. Let's see.
Yeah.
Mark will be back to ski in Australia. Yeah, you guys said, I had bad, you've heard about my bad experience with skiing. Nowadays, for me, water can freeze overnight, and it's only cold.
That's
snow.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm easily entertained.
Jiu-jitsu here? I didn't see him. Is he here? Hey, there's Bobby. I see Bobby.
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying hi.
Cool.
In case he's watching.
Good night, Mr.
Time to get going.
Did misdemeanor go? Let's see. And you did Jam too? Jam's not here either? You're just saying?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of trip you up a little bit,
Yeah, I'm caught up. If you got a question, go ahead and put it in. Otherwise, I'm gonna drink some water.
I got a question for you. Where's doing the Wombat at lunchtime today? Typical meetup with a great bunch of people, but where can a guy get a good breakfast in Rayong or Pala?
Tom's got a couple of. He's got some Mexican restaurants. I know. Is Tom? I don't know if Tom's. Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would know. He'll be
excellent
able to
time
take
last night.
I heard of one restaurant in Rayong where the owner reckons he does a really good American breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see, I have mentioned a few times.
yeah, okay.
I'm not sure he'll let you in though, Mitch.
Probably not.
Why is my cup? My cup's normal.
Tommy.
That's all I'm talking
How you
about.
doing?
Now, when you guys go, I still haven't been to that Wombat. I got a schedule coming. Chris is going to come, and then Mike's had asked the other day. I want to get together with all them in Bangkok or whatever. Dana, all of them, the husbands, wives, friends. Chris, anyway, 5 or 6 of them. But I want to come back to stay a week. So let's see. I've got April. I'm going to go there, so I'm not going to go anywhere because SoCran will be up and around April, May. I think I'm going to come in May. I'll set it up with you, Mitch. I'm going to come that way. Hey, Tony, saying hi to everybody. Do you have any trips planned, Tony? I know I haven't talked to T. I'm supposed to do it. I'll do it on the one website or the one line app that we have. I still might do a 4-day or try to do a 4 or 5 day on this side and go down to Rayong, meet up with people, go up to Tarat, go over to Koh Chang for 1 or 2 days and come back, even though a lot of people just got back and I would have just been there too. But I'm going to still try to do that. You'll see it when I put it up. I'd like to.
I'm sure T will pop in shortly.
Yeah, it says, yes, meeting T, end of the month, he is down. Yeah,
Awesome.
or if you guys put something together, let me know too. I'll jump in. As long as, going on the other side, I would still kind of be up for that, but I think I only want to do a 4 or 5 day thing, and I know it's hard for you guys to come this way, but from what my understanding is, up above even Pattaya and that area, there's a lot of nice mountain roads and a bunch of nice things to see. So maybe we put something together. Tony.
Morning, Tom.
Let me know. Good morning, everyone from Bala Beach. Whatever happened with the spills there? Did they get that cleaned up? I mean, it all of a sudden it was in the news every 5 seconds, and then boom, it was gone. So either somebody paid a bunch of money to get everybody to
I,
shut up,
I
or they
believe
cleaned
they're
it up.
I believe they're repairing the broken pipeline.
Are
They
they?
had to get
Okay.
somebody in to do it.
Let's see. What is Tony saying? But my next trip is from me to Rayon. Oh, the same.
Run
That's
on.
kind of the same one that we went on then, Tony. Right? The same area. All right. Well, still, let me know. I don't know
Hmm.
what I'm gonna do. My wife won't like it, but what time is it? She already gone? Or is she here? I don't see her. She might have went to work already. I don't
There we
like
go.
her
Mark
hearing.
says the oil leak is going to be fixed today.
Hey, Jay East, how you doing? Good
Jay
morning to
eats
you.
slow.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I heard a bunch of stuff about it being had one leak, then there was another leak, then there was another leak, and all in the same frickin' pipe. Um, I mean, I don't know. The money these people make off of this stuff, I don't understand why they can't keep it fixed. Rats ate
Cheapest
these.
contractor, when they initially lay the pipe, it all rusts out in various spots. The first weakest spot will pop through, then you
Right.
repair that, and
Right.
it transfers the pressure to the next weakest one, and
Wow.
it'll pop through.
Next
Well, it
trip
would seem
back to
that at
Melbourne.
that point you would run new pipe, right? I mean, that's what I
Oh
would
no,
do in an
no,
HVAC.
cheap, cheaper to spend millions to repair it.
Yeah, but not cheaper for the environment. I mean, they gotta they got the shit. I mean, if I've got a, I had a hospital that got built with black pipe. The basement, they didn't clean the heating system correctly, and a year later, they started getting pinhole leaks in the black pipe throughout the whole basement. I ended up repiping the whole basement of a hospital in copper, and then cleaning the whole system again. So I mean, I don't know. That's what, but I guess it's up to them. I'm sure every dollar that they save, they put in their pocket. Screw the environment.
I saw a Chinese construction video where the construction worker was putting in the Rio bar, and in front of the camera, he took his Rio bar, bent it, tied it in a knot. That was a really quality piece of Rio, like rubber.
Wow.
Yeah, my house, the one that my nephew's in now, I had a problem with my well water eating through my copper pipe. It's been there a long
Oh,
time, but it was so thin walled, it was unbelievable. But I ended up having to repipe it. So
would have been slightly acidic water too.
yeah, something was up, but the water was great. I mean, I used it for a lot of stuff, but
Yeah,
for
stripping
plants
paint.
and stuff. Yeah, and to drink. I mean, I drank it too. I didn't drink too much of it. My wife, we had a RO system on everything that I was doing anyway. But it wasn't as bad as you think. Like usually, well water's really got a high mineral content. They
Yeah.
really test high, and my water was real low. I don't know why, but plants seemed to like it, and I had a lot of plants.
Fish and Chips Friday.
Thanks for all the warm hellos, everyone. St.
Atomic
Patty's
Happy
Day.
St.
seafood.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, ask for
Who's
atomic seafood, Mitch.
Atomic
I'm sorry.
Seafood?
For
Yeah,
what?
fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Ah, Fish
Fish
and
and
Chip
chips.
Friday. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Baby Jake just
Friday.
put up your channel. He's advertising for you. She says thank you, Jake. Jake's here, so let's say hello to Jake. Cat and dog. That's a nice picture. I like that one. Hey, what's
Yeah.
up, Jake?
I took
Morning,
that
Joe.
to Coach Met. Good morning, guys.
Kosamet?
How are you? Yeah,
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah.
good. That was our last trip to Thailand. That was like, I don't know, November 2019. It was us and, I don't know, about 5,000 Chinese tourists running around on that island by 2 p.m. If you've ever been there. It's like
Hey,
crazy.
what's up, Az? How you doing? And Moonwa, I don't know if I said hello to you. St. Patty's Day. was yesterday. I guess some people, right? What
Yeah,
is it
for
in the
us,
United States? It's what it's. I don't even know what day is it supposed to be. I'm
it
horrible.
was it was yesterday our time, Dave.
Oh, okay. Uh,
So it's
Tommy, Tommy
today
says he's stuck
American
in the
time.
Philippines.
yeah, I
What's going
talked to
on?
him. I talked to him last night. Dave, I'm stuck in the Philippines. They would not let me on the flight. He said his what is the program you got to get back into Thailand? Not the test and go,
Thai,
but the
Thai pass.
yeah, the Thai pass. They put the wrong date on it, and he tried calling them and getting it and saying and they had the right date for the hotel, everything, but they had the wrong date on the pass. So I guess it didn't work. I said we were talking last night. They gotta let me in, right? Then I would think so. So that's why I never believe what I say. Always check it out. But he didn't have a choice. He didn't have time to do another one, and they weren't answering him on the original one. Well, hopefully you get back soon. How long do you have to reapply? Okay, I'll see you. Have a good day. Um, I changed it. Okay, so now what about all your? Well, you don't. You have to spend one night, right? So what about the hotel? They let you change that and not charge you for the night, or do they charge you? So tomorrow I'll have to leave. Okay, cool. They would not let you board. Wow.
Yeah.
Just had to take another PCR test. Okay. Mark's jumping in the pool for his 50 laps. See you. What was that? See you. See you at the Wombat and Kiwi Bar. Okay, cool. You won't see me. I wish. But I'm going to do that. What did I say? April? My wife just left. So April, May. Sometime in May I'm going to come for a week. Maybe the second week of May. Are you going to be around, or you got stuff planned, Mitch? Or do you know? Is that too far in advance? I think it's too far in advance.
I, yeah, I know there's a thing the first week in May for my dad's memorial, but I'm not going.
You hanging here?
Yeah, I'm hanging here.
No, the Marriott was cool because of my son. All right, cool. That makes it. That helps a little bit.
Because of his
Morning,
status.
Jay.
I like that.
Bodo says, "Morning, Jakes. Why do Florida drivers shoot through the car windshield?"
It's easy
Because they're from New York.
They're from New York.
They can't wind it down.
Hey, Uncle Craig. Hey, he wrote me back. I checked out his videos on. He's got a cool channel. In case you guys aren't
He sure does.
acquainted with it, and I did ask too that you didn't answer in the one question. Maybe you could answer since you're here. How big is that pond on there? Because the one that I want to do in Ubon, that I'm thinking about, that knockdown house like you have. I have a half a ride. I have a half a ride to use. That's how big that one's going to be. But I was just curious on how big yours was. It's going to be a tilapia pond because I'm going to try to do it off the grid.
Uncle
What's
Craig's got to learn to relax a little bit too. He's coming over a bit stressed on his videos.
Who?
Uncle Craig.
I think that's a joke, right?
Just
Some
a
people,
little.
if you don't, yeah, go watch the videos. You'll enjoy
Yeah,
it.
you've got to watch the video to know what I'm talking about.
But he's
City
got
is
it's a
there.
good thing. Here's his deal. Join his channel. He could use subscribers for sure, and it's good stuff.
He's a very laid back gentleman.
That's the way you need to be
I love
in Thailand. Got to be like that, I think.
Yeah.
New Yorker in Florida. What does Jay say? What are you looking at? You're talking to
what
me.
did I
Say
do?
hello to my little friend. Yeah, no shit, right? How you guys see? I'm not up on any. I don't watch any news stuff, so I don't know anything that's happening. When somebody brings up something like that, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Now, the most Florida story ever was the guy who threw about a 3-foot alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just nuts.
Let's
It
see.
kind of
Yeah,
went
I'm
viral
doing a
for a
thing
while.
on the
Okay,
ponds
what
for
did
you.
I
Oh,
do?
okay. But a little bit of my video I'm working on right now. I actually have two. Okay, and they're nice size. Are they bigger than a rye or a half rye, or because I don't have? We have a rye in Ubon, so I figured if I dug half a rye out, took all that dirt in there, and raised the land, the other half a rye, then I could put up the little escape house for us, a little 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom Americanized sort of house, and then a knockdown house for the brother that redid. If you've seen one of my videos, an old one, he I did a complete rebuilt a Honda Wave S 100S, my wife's first bike. Had him do it. He works on scooters. Gonna have him live on the land, that way everything could be watched after. But I'm hoping to do it green, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not a fanatic, so if I can't do it, I'm not gonna just like give up. I'll just hit it with electricity. But I'd like to get it as green as possible.
Hey, there's Andy. Morning,
Where is it?
Andy.
Where?
Just saying hello
Oh,
to
oh, he is the
Dowler.
Dowlow. I didn't see Dowlow either. How you doing, Dowlow? Let's see. The ponds are about 35 meters in length and about
Dude.
the same in width. So 35. I don't even know how big is a rye in meters. I don't even know. I'm horrible, but that's good enough. I'll figure it out. Thanks. I appreciate it. 3 days to go. You could always bump up and stay another 90 days, Andy, or something. That way I can come see you. He's already extended it. How long has he been here? Over 2 months, I think, right? Or
It was quick.
has
It
it been?
really goes quick.
Yeah, I know it does. Because I remember it was like when you first went. How long did you end up staying in Phuket?
Uh, 5 weeks.
Yeah, over a month. Yeah, and that seemed like it went by like that.
Yeah.
So Tom's saying
Yeah.
1,600 square meters. So well, whatever half a rye is going to be is what it's going to be. Bad Badger
Half a
says my
rye.
land is. What did Badger?
Beautiful
Tony say?
location too, Tony. Love it. Love it
Yeah,
too.
I do. I like it too.
It's awesome.
35 by 23, 800 squares, half a meter. So, so it's a little bit over a half meter. So the half a meter ought to work out good. Cool. I will. That's what I'm hoping to do anyway. I want to put in a deep pond. I'm gonna have to try to figure out some kind of aeration for it, and then we'll just grow tilapia in it. And then the kids, all of her family lives right around there, so they own it's family land, so they can come over and fish it if they want fun doing it, net it, whatever they want to do, and they'll have a food source, and they've got all the rice. We get all our sticky rice and stuff when we go there. That's what they grow, the sticky rice in Ubon. It's great rice too. It's good. I'm late. Who's late? TNW. Howdy to you. What does Bodo say now? Gator Jake, have you come across a F4T Tomcat? Half a rise, good size.
I saw one
Yeah,
a
I
long,
think
long
so.
time ago.
Yeah, because we have a rye, Tony. So I figured, like I said, if I split it and dig a deep ass pond on one side and take all that dirt, I should be able to raise the land up to build on. So I'm going to try to think about doing that pretty soon, because I think what they're saying is you should wait like a year to let all that settle before you build on it. Here I don't think we waited quite a year, but I also had them drive those pylons 20 feet down underneath the footings. So this house isn't going anywhere. I made a big deal about it when we met with the builder. I said some of these houses I go over and I see and they settle and there's cracks and crap all over. I don't want to deal with any of that. So whatever you've got to do to make this one, stationary, I don't want it moving. And he did a good job. I will say that.
I must say thank you to Andy for another background picture. This is Caron Beach.
Andy's a good supplier. He sent me a few too. I got to check them out. Yeah, just worked it out and stayed in 16 hotels, apartments over the last 6 weeks. He's a machine. Like I said, he went he went more places in a week than I've been in 3.5 years. He's amazing. Yep, the rain compacted over a year. So yeah, and that's what I'm hoping to do. I'd like to get it done. I'm trying to. I want them to have enough stuff. Like I said, by one retirement, I'm lucky enough that I can have that roll over to my wife when I pass. You have to be married for a year. The paperwork I got right here is going into them. It started on January 1st of this year, and I'll never have to worry about anything. They'll be taken care of as long as my wife is alive, the whole family. So I want to make sure that they have enough stuff. Still like to buy that condo in Rayong, and then have this house, build the house in Ubon, and now my wife's looking. It was kind of cool. Up by the Elephant Village, there is 5.5 rye on the river. I mean, it part of it's on the river. 5.5, almost 6 rye for 95,000 baht an acre
What?
or a rye. So under, what is that? 600,000 baht for almost 6 rye of land. I thought that was like we might go look at it. Not that I have the money to do that right now, but that seemed awfully reasonable. And like I said, it's right on the river, right by the Elephant Village up there. It's about a
That'd be a good
30
investment buy if you got the money.
yeah, I think so too. I think it's my wife talked to them and said they need money is what the problem is. So maybe you never know. I mean, maybe I could swing something. I don't know, but we might go look at it just as something to do.
The land value won't go down.
No, I don't think from 95,000 a rye, I don't think it could do anything but go up. Let's see. So many ponds are close in a rye in length. Just walk it and make sure narrow width. More than half a rye. Turtles, tilapia, snails, catfish. Yeah, and yeah, just like an eco pond of some sort. I do want to try to get some kind of a. I will punch a hole and put a well on it, and to have some kind of aeration in there because maybe I'll throw some koi in there too. I don't know if the koi will eat. I don't know what the koi will do, but I'll throw them in there anyway just to grow them. Maybe they'll grow big. Let's see.
Yeah,
There's
they'll
Bobby.
grow as big as the pond will and other fish will
Yeah,
allow.
you know, koi are really strange. Yeah, in Japan, they're not real. They're mud ponds that they grow on. In they aren't real extremely. They're not as big as you would think they would be. A lot of people say, and I don't know if it's true or not, when you put a bunch of koi together in a smaller area, the bigger ones will emit a hormone of some sort that retards the growth of the others, so they stay big and the other ones, stay their same size. But most of them are grown on in mud ponds. I don't know if I had to guess, in a rye language, there may be 2 or 3 rye big, and maybe in the center, 10 feet deep, 8 feet deep, 10 feet deep, and the mud is supposed to help them too. But they've grown them huge. I mean, you're talking tremendously big and expensive as hell. That's why I want to go to Japan. I would really like to go
In the
to
Murray
Japan.
River in Victoria, there's a place where the carp or the koi carp somebody's thrown their goldfish in the river,
Oh yeah,
and they are huge. If you're fishing and you catch one, it's illegal to hook to release it. You have to take it from the river.
oh really? They're trying to
Yeah,
get rid of them.
they're trying to. There's huge fish meal farms there. They just net the hell out of the river and turn them into mash for fertilizer. They can't make a dent in it.
Yeah, you got that, Uncle Craig. I mean, that's my ideal thing. Although I've come to the realization I'm never going to be able to move to the ocean. The one single, what do you call it, bachelor condo that I'm looking that I want to buy is in the same building that Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad. If you look at his channel, he's got a couple of videos that are taken right from his patio and show that little, just a little place. It's just a place to go to because my wife's been at work for 20 years. She's got 2 families. my mother and father-in-law and the kids here and me and her family at work. And she's been there 20 years. She's never going to leave them. So I can only get vacation spots. And Ubon would be fun. It'll be something for the kids to have, and they can sell it down the road. Whatever they want to do after I'm dead, it doesn't matter to me what they do. Even beforehand, the kids get old enough, and they get married and have kids, and maybe they want to live there. Maybe they want take that money and put. We also have the family house here in Surin too. So there's a lot of stuff they're taken care of. I sleep better at night knowing that. I'm not one of those guys that worry about whether my wife's going to take me or my Thai significant other's going to burn me for money or whatever. And I don't want to buy anything, and I don't want to put anything in their name, and I don't want to do that. I'm not that way, man. I made my decision with my wife when I married her. So
nobody'd be silly enough to invest money in their Thai wife and the house in Thailand.
Yeah, because they're usually gone. Because, like, how long have you been with your wife? She left you.
38 years.
So they don't stay with you very long. They're usually with you for 30 or 40 years, and then they're down the road. So I don't have 30 or 40 years, so I'm in good shape. Like I said, if you run scared from the women here in Thailand, it's because you don't understand. Like I said, if you don't understand everything that's going on with the Thai culture and what should be done, what's the right thing to do, and how that if you talk to this woman for 8 minutes and she wants 100,000 baht, maybe you should move on to the next woman. If you're not that sharp, it's probably better not to come, because you're gonna lose everything you got. But I couldn't live my life worried about the woman that I'm in love with is gonna take me. I just couldn't do it. And I'm not in the same way to say that I'm not going to leave anything for my family here in Thailand. Just as I wouldn't say I'm not going to leave anything. I'm going to leave stuff for my family in the U.S. Everybody's going to be taken care of. So I don't know. Some people are a little strange.
Can I be your nephew, Dave? Just kidding.
Let's see.
No, I mean, some kid and I have been married for 25 years, for God's sakes.
Yeah, see, they don't stay with their men very long.
And you guys know me. I'm not a gem.
Well, you better watch out, because I heard that the minimum that they'll stay is like 50 years. So you've only got like 25 years left, and she's gone. She's down the road. She's going to take. How old will you be in 25 years?
80.
25 years older than today.
Yeah, so you've got that to look forward to. She's probably going to leave you in 50 years. And Brock, he's got hardly any time left.
Yeah.
38 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead soon.
I don't know, guys. Like I said, there's horror stories, and not necessarily just in Thailand, in every part of the world. And if you don't have your head screwed on straight, probably better to steer away from women completely for a while until you get your head put on correctly.
So
but
Dave, you were telling
the women that I've seen here, including Jake's wife and Brock's wife, and the ones that I met here, and Paige with Chuck and Joe and Gift, these women are a top notch, top shelf stuff.
Can I tell you a story about a guy I met in the Philippines?
Yeah, let me just read this real quick, and then I'll give it to you. One of the channels we watched show a house on the coast of Rocky Front. Across the street was for lease for $5,000, just leased for a year. Yeah, I almost did that too. There was one that Joe showed actually in Pachuap Kurikan that was right on the water, and it was reasonable. It was enough money. It was cheap enough that I could have secured it for a few years and then just went back and forth and kept it as at some place. That's what I'm going to do with the Rayong one. Okay, go ahead, Jake.
So I was. This was when I was still on active duty, and I was flying from Manila down to Cebu, and I'm sitting next to another American, and he's kind of. You ever been on a flight? I bet Mitch knows this feeling. You ever been on a flight and the person next to you starts fidgeting a little bit? They're going to start talking to you, and he goes, "So, are you going to visit your Filipina girlfriend too? And I said, no, I'm working. And so this guy proceeds to tell me the story of how his American wife was verbally abusive to him, and they got a divorce, and he had found this Filipina woman online, and the I'm going to equate it to the sick buffalo is the sick auntie. And so auntie was very sick and needed lots of money, and they ran a video rental store. So this is a number of years ago, probably back around 2005 maybe. And I'm listening to this, and all I'm hearing is what you had said, Dave. Hey, give me money, give me money, give me money, and they hadn't even met face to face yet. And I said, oh. And I said, so what are you doing? He says, well, I'm going to move in with her and her family, and I took out my entire life savings and I have it with me. And I was like, sir, you need to find yourself a bank to secure that in, because I guarantee you the house will be robbed within 48 hours of you being there. That's not a commentary on the Filipino people. It's just he obviously had fallen for somebody who was simply looking for money.
And then, like I said, it's like that. You have to
Everywhere,
be,
right? I
yeah.
mean, everywhere.
You have to kind of understand. Like I said, it's a different story. If you come to Thailand and you want a long distance relationship, if that's something that you think you can handle, and you're not going to see the person for a while, but you want them to be true blue to you, and you don't want them to have to work, and you want them to have a good life even while you're gone. Let's say you're gone for 2 months and you go there for a month, and you're gone for 3 months and you're there for a month and a half, whatever the case may be. Then it's up to you whether you want to support her and give her 10, 20,000 baht for her to take care of herself and get her a place to live, and you have to go with your gut, on what you want. I would have done that with
different than
yeah,
That's
but
really
you can't.
different.
That's not asking for money.
Right.
That's somebody saying, "Do you want me to be part of your life?" And I'm talking. This isn't on the first date that you've had with this woman, and then you're leaving. I wouldn't do a long distance. Not at my age. I mean, I'm ready. That's why I came to Thailand, was to retire. So, and it just happened. Everything worked out for me. So, and like I said, I consider myself lucky. Hey, Waza, how you doing?
No, your
And
wife
Tony,
seems
we'll
like
see you
a lovely
later.
woman.
What was the one that I was going to? Do. Where is it at? Yeah, this one here. We all pay for love, baby, one way or another, and that's the truth. And like I said, my wife had never, and my mother-in-law, my father, they never asked for anything from me ever.
Morning,
No
Chris.
things to marry them, no, nothing, no dowry, no nothing ever. And I gave my wife money to run the house, and as it turned out, I'm pretty open about what I give. I was in the hospital. These people were taking care of me in the hospital when I almost died, and I'd only been with my wife. I've been living with her for 7 months, 8 months. We've known each other like a year. I mean, it was incredible. And then she went to work. They would come after the nurse would leave when I was in the private room, and didn't speak a lick of English. My mother and father-in-law would sit there for 2 or 3 hours until my girlfriend at the time would get there, and then she spent the night. I mean, they're just incredible. So I told her she can't work, and how much do you need? And they came up with an 8,000 baht figure, and that's what I give my mother-in-law every month. And she's happy as a lark, because she's never had any money. So she's always had everybody, all the friends in her life. She's got a couple of policemen lady who have taken care of my wife and her mother for years and years, help this family, and she gets to actually take her out and buy her lunch once in a while, and it makes them happy. And what is 8,000? I don't even know what that is. Like a couple $100 or something. I don't even know, but whatever. It's not much, and it makes a difference. Like I said, you have to feel in your gut, and somebody will come back and say, oh, Santa Claus is an ass, and he's giving money to his family and building houses and doing this stuff, and they can all kiss my big white ass. I don't really care. So, but I'm going to do what I want to do for my family, and what I believe. as I wish, as I think anybody should. Go with your gut. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. I'm just hoping that I just don't make mistakes when I'm older in life. They're easier to recoup from
every day.
when you're younger.
Every day.
What is Uncle saying? $242 today. Did I miss? I probably missed something when I was rambling. Oh, here it is. Someone posted on Isan Frang asking about advice because they were coming to build a house for a 6-year Thai romance they had, and now they were getting married. Boy, that lit up in the comments. Yeah, I bet it did. Like I said, hopefully and I'm not talking about, I'm a different person than I was a kid at 30 years old or something, I hope to think that I'm a reasonable person. I can read people fairly good. I mean, I've only misread one person in Thailand on any of this stuff so far, so 99.9% on the good side. So, I don't know, having this channel, having everybody that participates in it, having all the people that are subscribers, it's almost a dream come true to me because I don't get to speak English. That's maybe why I ramble a little bit when I get on, and I got enough crap to talk about every 2 days to at least keep 26 people interested for a little while. But we have a bunch of fun, and that's the way it should be. That's why I'm here. Have a good time. Let's see. Dip Media is saying, I feel you. I just want to be happy folks are leaving this world left and right.
Amen.
Yeah, exactly. It's way too, like I said, man, you see, you don't do it today, not tomorrow, and live life to the max.
Rockefeller. That's good. I love it.
What happened?
Oh, I'm just reading what Craig said, Uncle Craig.
Oh. What did he
Buying
say?
apartments and cars, motorbikes.
Motorbikes. Back in the day for my Thai girls. No worries, I was a Rockefeller baby. Yeah, have I made mistakes in my life and misread? You got to remember, I was riding a motorcycle and a lot of topless bars involved in my semi-youth and stuff like that. Did I make a bunch of bad choices? Oh, you bet. I mean, if this wasn't a family show, I could tell you many. But I did make a bunch of mistakes. So I'm hoping that with age, I mean, I've got no doubt that my wife loves me. So people can say whatever they want to say. It doesn't matter to me. Let's see what Waz is saying. Life is about making mistakes. Yeah.
I love modern
We make them
technology.
until we
Rock.
die.
That's cool. That's a
That's how we
cool thing.
recover from them. Yeah, that's exactly right, Waza. You got it, man. You got it.
Can't buy time.
And Uncle Liz says exactly. It is. That's a very, very true statement, Waza. I'll put that up again. And we try. I think I want to say that I make a lot less mistakes at 65 than I did at 35 or 25. I hope anyway. But I'm sure that
At least I
there's
have
still
to.
some to come. What's that?
What Joe just said, male bees die after mating. Isn't there,
After stinging too, don't they? All bees
don't
die
black
when they sting.
widows do something like that? And
I
Yeah,
think they eat the males
a-
after breeding.
what am I
praying
thinking
mantis
about? Like
bites the head off.
walking stick, or what's that? Praying mantis.
Praying mantis, yeah.
Don't they have a wicked sex life?
And they rip their heads off, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something to
Take
that.
the
The
head
males,
right
yeah.
off.
I'm
At least
tired
you
of
go
telling
happy, I guess.
In fact, I'm going to pull up a video. on that.
Seriously.
No.
You
This
know, you just got to
conversation
enjoy
might get
yourself,
that
traveler. Try to do the best you can. You're still one of my top heroes now, and I hope that your life goes well from here on out. Hopefully, you can get to Thailand. That's what I hope. If you have to go to Mexico, like I said, it isn't a horrible choice as far as I'm concerned. But I think, like you said, you and your wife
that's it.
would like it better here, I believe. Let's see. I hope anyway. Let's see what Bobby says. 46 was my biggest mistake, but it has all worked out fine. Like I said, I made quite a few, and I got lucky in my life. After I got to give away half of everything I own 3 times, or twice, 3 times, I learned that maybe I don't want to give away half my shit anymore. But at that point, I really don't care. Like right now, would make a difference to me. I'd give my wife everything. Um, let's see, everybody saying hello to Traveler. And Soy Mafia, I didn't see. Hey, Soy, how you doing? Our friend Praying Mantis. Yeah, and I think it's the Black Widow. The Black Widows, they kill their mate afterwards. So do the Praying Mantis, right? I guess after they clip their heads off, I guess they're dead. I've paid my dues time after time. I've done the sentence but committed no crime and bad mistakes. I've done both ways. Made a few and had my share of, yeah, exactly. But that's the thing I think what builds character and says a lot about people is how they do turn their lives around or pick themselves up. I mean, I know right now that everything would get ripped at 65. Everything would get ripped away from me completely if I had to and got kicked to the curb back in the United States probably. I would have a place to live, a job, and start building myself back up within a month. And I think about these people that go, I can't find work. I can't find bullshit.
Take care, Andy.
There's plenty of stuff around to do. That's just my personal opinion. Who are you saying goodbye to? Who's leaving?
Andy,
Hey, Andy, take it easy.
it's a passport in the house.
Let's see what Black Sheep says. I have trust issues as well. I wake up in the morning and don't trust myself. Yeah, it. Hey, Jiu-Jitsu, we were just talking about you. How you doing? Hello. Let's see. To save a lot of time getting married, find someone you hate and give them half your house. Yeah, there you go.
Boy, that's a
and
throaty
hopefully they'll be
sounding
appreciative.
motorcycle
Right?
there. Wow.
What happened?
Oh, I just heard a motorcycle. I think it was outside my. No, it sounded really nice.
I've gone through a late divorce. The only thing I hope now is that I will have enough for a simple life. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I was through 3 of them. Was it 3? Let me see. Let me count. First one, Judy, Sherry. 2 or 3. Anyway, 2 or 3 too many. But yeah, that's the thing you get on is what kind of quality of life do you want, and I think that most people will find here in Thailand a good life. I really do. I think, like I said before many times, give yourself 3. If you're not going to retire in your own country, give it 3 or 4 months or 3 to 6 months and come to Thailand and check it out. I would say, and I said it before, 95 plus my guess of people that come here and check it out will stay. They'll stay in Thailand. Question: does Jiu-Jitsu passport have strong knees and heels? I don't know. I'll let you. I'll let Jiu-Jitsu answer that. My ear is ringing. They're just calling you a bike thief. Don't worry about it. I wish I'd only given up half the first time. That went really bad for me. First time I got away kind of easy. The second time was a little on the tough side. I get 2 pensions, so no matter what, keep going. Yeah, that's what I've got. 3 incomes right now, so I'm in fairly good shape too. And like I said, the only one is I know a lot of people ask me, well, can my wife get my Social Security, And my answer is yes. You just need to go to the United States and live with them there for 10 years. And from what Social Security told me, they'd be more than happy to give them your Social Security. But you have to live in the United States for 10 years. So that ain't going to happen for me anyway. So I'm glad, I'm lucky. I have one. I spent 8 years in the Operating Engineers Union and got a good pension. They were putting like 20 some odd dollars an hour into my retirement, besides a 401 and all sorts of stuff. I was there for 8 years, and I'm going to get a good pension just out of there that I could live on.
Hey
So
Dave,
I got lucky.
is it physically live in the United States for 10 years or hold a green card for 10 years?
As far as I know, it's physically live there, but I could be wrong. I would check on it, but it's my understanding that you have to have been there. But it might be a green card. I mean, if you can prove that you were there living, the green card would prove that, right? So I would say, yeah, maybe.
I
But
mean, you're then a resident of the United States if you have a green card. That's what it is. It's an
I
alien
would think,
resident.
yeah, I would think so. I would think so. And
So I
how long
mean,
has she
you might
been
have
there?
to pick up and go.
She actually works there, right, in the United States?
My wife?
Yeah, or no?
My wife doesn't work now.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what, because the
I
people that
mean,
are
she
asking
works
me,
the house.
right. The people that were asking me was, if I was to die, could my wife get my Social Security? And when I put that to them, they said yes. You just need to live in the United States for 10 years. So maybe that would work for you.
Well, no,
I would think so.
she can definitely get mine. My point to
Right.
you is,
Oh, okay.
if you came over here and got your wife a green card,
Oh, and then went
could
back or something.
and then you lived for 10 years and she held a green card for 10 years, could
Right.
she get your retire or
I
your
I
Social
don't
Security?
know. That would be an interesting question to ask him. I know I'm not really too worried about it because I got this one that I'm putting together now. So she'll get over almost 3 times what she makes with the government by me taking a reduced on that pension and then her getting mine when I die. She'll get almost 3 times what she makes with the government here in Thailand. So they're set for the rest of her life anyway. Being debt free, as Tom, is so important. Yeah, it, I think it always, my whole life would have been nice if I would have been debt free on everything. Now I am. I'm debt free on pretty much everything. So except for this house here, I'm paying for it. She got the loan. The loan's in her name, but I'm paying for it. A friend of mine with a foreign wife told me that his wife had to be physically in the U.S. for 10 years. And that could be, traveler. That's my understanding. But if you have a green card and you actually are a resident of the U.S., how do they know what? Yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to ask them. But that was what you said. What you've got on the screen there is what I figured when they told me. It was Bobby. I've lived here 3 years, and they have become citizens, and then 10 years would count wherever. Okay, 10 years. If they live here 3 years, they become citizens. Oh, okay. Then the 10 years would count.
Wow.
Okay. Bobby would probably know, because I think Jai's been there a long time. She's an RN too. The rule of thumb here in Australia, for a good life, you need 65K per year as long as you own your house and have no debt. And I think that's pretty much the way it is, at least in the U.S. as far as I know, Dallo. As far as if I owned my house, which I did, and I didn't have any deal, I can make it on that. I don't know what the Australian dollar is versus the U.S., but I think ours is a little stronger,
When I
right?
die,
Or
yeah.
something. But
Interesting.
couple $1,000s a month, and what I'm getting and living on here, and what I bring
Day.
in is right around 3,000.
Day.
So I would say that it
Day.
wouldn't be a problem. I could have lived in the U.S. as for that same amount. I just
Will I
live better here in
dream?
Thailand.
Yeah.
Will I dream?
My wife was a green card for 22 years.
You'll be
Became a citizen last
dreaming
year.
of electric sheep,
It was
Hal.
a drive-through ceremony because of COVID. Oh, yeah. I would imagine then 22 years, and had a green card for 22 years. But did she live? Did you guys live in the U.S. and just come, or have you been in Thailand? Because I'm imagining you could have a green card and still be in Thailand. The physical. Let's see what this is. Physical requirements only 5 years, and you can get parole to visit. So no worries.
Sanderman, how we doing?
I didn't. Some kid didn't get hers because we went back and forth on it a number of times, but there looked to be linkage between international linkage
Thanks,
between
Tom.
passports and IDs, where if she was a U.S. citizen, Thailand does not recognize dual citizenship. and so she might have to give up the land.
Oh, really? I don't
That
know
was
about
my
that.
understanding. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to risk it. I mean, her benefit to becoming a U.S. citizen means she can vote for a crook every 4 years.
Well, I know
I
that
don't know if that's worth it.
Paige has dual citizenship. She holds
Yeah.
both a Thai and a U.S.
Yes,
passport,
the U.S. recognizes it, but
but Thailand doesn't.
Thailand
Um,
does not officially recognize dual citizenship,
officially,
and
yes.
eventually,
Hmm.
and one of
I have
these
dual
Officially,
days, if they
citizenship.
decide to crack down on it due to technology that they can cross-reference databases, then
the it's the word official. However, a tie always remains a tie, so they can always go back. You
Hmm.
cannot renounce being Thai.
That's good to know.
I'm just worried about all the land. That's all.
Yeah.
Mark says, I am living in the U.S. right now, and I will cut my bills to under 500 a month debt free, so I have no problem living on 1,100 a month. If I move out of the U.S., I will drop all my bills down to 200 a month. Yeah, it depends on. You can live here in Thailand on whatever amount of money pretty much that you get. It's just the way and the quality of life that you when you get down to low amounts of money, you can't be a drinker. You can't be going out 4, 5, 6 nights a week and paying and spending 2,000 baht every night in a bar or something. It's just not going to make it. But could you on 1,100, or I'm going to say the minimum I would even think about it, me personally, would be around 2 grand. But like I said, 25 is a good figure. I think it opens up pretty much everything. But can you live on 11, 1,200? Sure, sure you can.
My
Talk to you.
wife had an interesting thing. She decided one day she was going to renew her Thai ID card. Went to the local registry to do it. It was actually up in Big C, and said, "I want to renew my ID card." And they said, "Okay, give us your old one." She showed an old laminated black and white photo thing, and they said, "Good grief, how come your card's old? Can you?" She said, "Oh, I've been living in Australia for 25 years." "Oh, can you prove that?" "Yeah, sure. Here's my Australian passport, which is in a different name." "Okay, bang. Have a new ID card."
Huh.
But officially, you're not allowed to do that.
So Jerry has a fair amount of
Do,
land and is dual citizen. Yeah, I guess the only thing that I was kind of wanted to find out about, and there was a couple people saying legal stuff, is the what would the benefits be if I adopted my wife's two kids at 18 and 16? At 18, I don't think it would give them any benefits, but I haven't checked into, are they, if I adopt them, are they, or can they get any kind of Social Security or anything from me being a child?
the
I don't think,
16-year-old can become a citizen. The
yeah,
18-year-old has to go the traditional route of
route.
becoming a U.S. citizen, just like Brock's wife did, or
So
excuse
I
me,
got to check into that because, like I said,
Bobby's
like
wife.
you're saying, there's an age thing there. So I need to move on that because I'd like to give them any kind of benefit that I can give them by me being from the USA. I want to give to them because first of all, I figured I paid it. I paid enough to the U.S. government to fund half their crap they got going. So I hate paying taxes, and now I haven't paid taxes since I retired 10 years, and I don't have to legally. But now I just did this AdSense thing, and I put in my wife's name to go to her bank account, and I'm still having problems with it, and I still haven't changed it because as soon as because I started it, as soon as I finish it, then I can change it over to her complete. She has a separate AdSense account, and I could do that because I don't want to get any, even though it's only $1,000 since I started, which is good. But that's for what 8, 9 months. But the
Good
I don't want
route.
to pay. I don't want to pay tax. It's not that they'll take taxes out of it. I mean, I don't care. They can take the whole thing. Doesn't matter. I'm giving my wife the money anyway because that's stuff that she's paying for the kids and stuff. So we'll see. Let's see what's
Dave,
up.
do you have
My-
to
my
pay?
mic's
Do you
on.
have to pay Thai taxes on your pensions?
No, not that I know of. I don't.
Okay.
Not that I know of. I haven't heard anything. Um, and no one's asked me for anything because it's coming in. Because I transfer my pensions and all my money goes into my Chase bank account, and then I transfer it from my Chase bank account to my Bangkok bank account, and no one's ever asked me or questioned me or said anything. So I'm guessing no. Let's see, just fast forward so we dog bikes for all. James has the biggest heart. For a second, yeah. Let's see. Am I missing stuff? I'm missing stuff. Gator Jake, it's 21. The media's saying it's 21, not 18. So as long as she is unmarried before the age of 21, she would be good. I better check into it
Okay.
because I would like
Thanks,
to.
Jet Media. That would be a change from when I dated a girl who many years ago who was adopted but not naturalized,
Oh, wow.
Hey, Dalo,
and
take it easy.
and she was beyond 18, and they told her no because of that. But that was back in the early 1990s, so my information's rather dated. So
Let's see,
yours is
Tom's
probably
saying here
updated.
too. Anna has a Thai and a UK passport, Spanish residency, and she's only 4. Yeah, I just want to give them because they've come to me a couple of times, and I've told them. They said they want to go to the U.S. and they want to work. They want to learn something. One of them wants to learn makeup and stuff like that, which I have some ends even in the studios. My cousin is dating a gal that does makeup for one of the, for movies and shows and stuff. And she even said if she wanted to, I guess when you're, I don't want to say famous, but when you do it a lot, the makeup companies will actually give you makeup for free to try. And she says she's got so much of that crap, she would give it all to my daughter to practice and whatever she wanted to do. So I have a bunch of ins for whatever they want to do. But I said, you have to speak English. You cannot come here and expect to make money and live here in the United States. You need to speak English. So hopefully they'll get on that deal. But I would love to be able to give them, citizenship. The only thing is, they don't see their father very often. They do see their grandmother from that side, but I would never want to take anything from the man, and I would be perfectly upfront and talk to him and say, I just have to do this in order to get them citizenship, but they're still your daughters. You see them, you do whatever you want, anytime you want, type thing. But I'm hoping that I can, and I will definitely. You guys got it. Where's Black Sheep? Is he still here? You need to stay on me on getting the citizenship for the kids. I checked into the Thai Elite Visa and asked about taxes. I was told I did not have to pay tax. That's what I was told too. I mean, I never heard anything else, Traveler. So hopefully, Thai immigration have no interest in overseas at the
I
present.
pay taxes. Do I ever?
Yeah, you pay taxes in the U.S. though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
US
yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
They're talking about anything that you bring into Thailand. Do you have to pay taxes to Thailand? Is I'm
Yeah.
guessing what they're asking. Tommy,
Clip.
if anyone goes to the Philippines, make sure you check out the Wildflower Cafe. So amazing for breakfast. There you go. There's a good and Tommy likes his restaurant. So if he's saying
Where is this
it's a
thing
good
at?
place,
Where is this thing?
you could take that to the bank. Hey Ron, how you doing? I can always tell when Ron comes in. It's easy. I look over and everything's in caps. So top of the morning to everybody. Jakey's talking about girls. What did I miss? We were just talking about
See you, Gary.
dual citizenship and getting. I want to get my daughter's citizenship for the U.S. if I can. And we've just been rambling. Basically, it's been an hour and a half. Let's see. Here's
Yeah, I'm going to have to pop out
Tom.
soon. I've got to get some rubbish in the backyard and get it packed into the bin.
Are you trying to tell us you have a real life and you need to go? Is that
Yeah.
I live on under 7K a year for 40 years in the U.S. Yeah, it depends on your situation. Like I said, if I would have stayed in my house and I had rental property on that, on there and everything, and the little bit that would have come in from that and everything that I got that I'm getting here, I could have lived quite comfortably in the U.S. Could I say
I've got
that
a
for many
share
other
here, Dave,
people,
if you
like my
want.
mother? If my mother didn't have own her house, she wouldn't be able. I mean, they give her what's she $900 or something, and my grandmother's house. She gets a good kick from the income. She didn't have those incomes. She could never live in the U.S. If you didn't own your own house, I don't think it's possible. Let's see, what is Mark saying here? I just wish I had knew there was people back in my 20s that would pay me money to marry someone from another country. I would have done it, and I would have made more money that way than working. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see. What's
Mhm.
question? Wait, one real quick here. Um, I guess the little bit in this AdSense deal, like I said, I got like it's sitting in there. I haven't collected anything because I was trying. I had started the account when I started the YouTube channel. Not the account, but they told me I needed to. Once I got monetized, I needed to do this AdSense thing, and I did it with the stupidity. Why, I don't know why. I should have put it in my wife's name, and now they won't let me change. They until I get it, and I got to get a bank account and do that, which I've done, and I have to fill out a W-9 something or other. It's been so long, 10 years, Bobby, since I paid taxes when I retired because I didn't have to. And I think I told you guys that before, so in case there are some younger people watching this. If you're working and you're going to get like an Affleck account, added stuff, which I did, it was a Cigna account.
Take care,
Make
Brock.
sure you pay for it yourself. I paid $99 a month for the one that I got, and
Okay.
it's one of the ones I have now. But because I paid for it, I don't have to pay taxes on it. If the company I work for paid the $99 a month, I would have had to pay taxes on it. So just a quick thing. If you're going to get a insurance policy like that and you're young, pay for it yourself. Are you leaving,
See you
Brock?
all. Okay.
All right, Brock, take it easy.
See you, Brock.
Bye.
Take care.
Let's see what Dip Media says. GottoLoveThailand, I will be starting the K1, K2 process in May, so I will ask my immigration. Thanks, I'd appreciate it, Dip Media. That would be great. That would be awesome. What did I miss? Gary's leaving. See ya. I think I'm going to too. It's an hour and a half. I think we're going to go pretty soon. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to go pretty soon. Tommy, can you what? You can get a work permit with a Thai leave visa. I don't know. I guess you could note it. Now I'm going to get emails from Black Sheep.
See you
on
later,
giving the kids.
everyone.
Is everybody leaving, Xanderman? I guess we'll
Take
go.
care.
So we'll be paying taxes.
Hour and a half's good. Yeah.
I think so, Bobby. I don't. That's only if you're going to be earning anything here, though. I think Mitch is talking about stuff that he had
Yeah.
in your sales,
Yeah,
right?
I sold my
Houses
business.
and stuff. Yeah, and business.
Getting here, I sold
Yeah.
my business. I sold my house.
Yeah, unless you're
I
planning
had
on
income.
working
yeah,
here, you don't have
probably
to now.
can.
Yeah,
would
I know if
imagine-
you are working in Thailand and earning money in Thailand, they're going to tax you.
All right.
Yeah. Now, your pensions, is going to get taxed as well. I mean, your U.S. pension, the U.S. will tax you on that.
Will they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to
Oh,
work
yeah.
when this one kicks in. When
Heck
this
yeah,
one
I mean,
kicks
that-
in,
You bet. So I'll pay.
Well, actually, Mitch, I did hear that if you're full time over there, they're not supposed to. You can't be dual taxed. So I don't know if
Yeah,
if there's a way to get out of the taxes in the U.S. because you live in Thailand. I thought there's like a day limit. You know what I mean? Like if so many days overseas, then you don't have to pay the U.S.
I'm going to have to talk. I did
I don't know
contact
because
them.
it's not going to apply
See you,
to me.
Tom.
'cause
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
still
see you
living
there.
here.
Yeah,
Get back.
I
Yeah,
did contact the gal that I'm supposed to, and I did tell her about you, but I haven't talked to her yet, Mitch.
Well, I
But
have
I'm
questions for
getting
next
ready
time.
for it because I don't know what's going to happen when I start collecting this pension. So it's going to change, obviously.
No, that's a good-
And then
yeah,
this
that's true.
W-9
Ron.
thing for
Yeah.
They said they're holding like 30% taxes. If they don't know, Google says they'll just hold 30% tax. So whatever they hold, I don't care. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm going to make $1 million on it. But he's saying, Waz is saying, on a lighter note, in 10 days I'm flying over. Yeah,
Awesome.
I hope everything goes for you. Let us know. And if you're around the areas, let me know. I'd love to meet up with everybody. All right, guys, I think I'm going to. Wow. Let's be honest.
Thanks, everyone.
If I-
See you later. I'm going to go by.
All right, Mitch, take it easy. I like to see.
Thanks, Dave. I'm out too. Thank you.
All right,
Take care. Have a
I'm
great,
gonna go here in a second.
day.
I'll read it. If you live overseas full time, you have to make well over 100. Yeah, I think so, Traveler. I don't know all the particulars, but I'm gonna ask that. It's actually the wife of my cousin that died from the ALS, or they got divorced or whatever. It's a big, long mess. But anyway, she's been friends with the family forever. So, let's see. You need to. Let's see what Tommy says about it. You need to find a state in the U.S. that does not have income tax, and you can get a tax break. Probably be Arizona, I think, right? And I've got friends in Arizona, so I got to check into some tax things because I haven't dealt with it in 10 years, so I don't really know. All right, guys, it's been an hour and almost 40 minutes. I'm going to end it. Thanks everybody in the chat and everybody that subscribes. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to meet more people. We have fun. It's always a good time. So it'll be 2 days. Today's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thailand time. We'll do it again, and I will catch you all on the next one.